good evening one and all. Come on, we've got to nip up the garden and shut my kennel up. It's dark, I've just come down, just had my shower. Yeah, my boys want to come up the garden. Anybody coming up the garden, guys? Let me turn that radio off, guys. We'll shut the kennel up, then I'll come in and do my apple pies. Come on in, guys. Go on then, off you go. Right, my boys are gone. It's dark up here, guys. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me. Let's have a look. Oh, it is dark. Here we go. Time-wise, it's 8:30. It's not cold. It's very windy. It's been windy all day today. It's been raining on and off. Just little showers though. Nothing spectacular. I always leave the dog's kennel open when I get home, just to air it out. I've already taken the bedding in. The bedding's all cleaned up. Oops, here we go, guys. Let me just put this away. That's the prop that holds the door open. There we go. Right, so we'll lock the shed. 1, 2, one more to go, guys. Right, I've got to swap hands here because I can't do the padlock with my other hand. And there you go. That's on. Right, let's get back in the house so I can do those apple pies. I can hear a plane. Oh, I can see it. I'm going into standstill right above me. Here we go. I don't know if you can hear that. Come on in, Snooper, you coming in? Have some apple pies? Usually swings it. Here he comes. Come on in, Snoopers. Go on, off you go. Are you coming in, Sooty? We'll have some apple pies. Come on in. Right, back into the kitchen, guys. Oh, that's better. We'll get that back door shut, keep the wind out. And I'll set my camera up for you guys. I'll give you a top to bottom first. There you go. I think that will stay there. Good boy, Sooty. Right. Oh, back door's closed. Right. My favourite jeans. It's a little bit nippy, so I thought I'm not going to put a skirt on tonight. So this is another green top that I got off Vinted. You can see, really nice, really comfortable. And my jeans, my embroidered jeans. Topper. Yeah. Just had a shower and I've washed my hair again tonight and conditioned it. So it looks nice. It's lovely. On my shoulders, flopping around. Oh, see my bra, look. Oops. There you go, how's that? That's better. Right, let's do those apple pies. Right, guys, here we go. Oh. I had some fantastic news today. I'm going to tell you when we get in the front room what my fantastic news was. I was all smiles this morning. There we go. Right, it's been a good day at work. Quite busy, which made the day go quick. I had a couple of really nice jobs that got me tied down. I like it when you get a job that you get really into and it makes the day fly. You don't realise, you look up and you go, oh my goodness, it's dinner time. It was one of those days. The jobs were really good and they made the day go really quick. The last job didn't go particularly well. I'll tell you about that one in a second. The last job is still on the ramp and that's going to be there for a long time, I think. I'll explain more in a second. Hang on, guys, I've got one more to go. Right, my boys are waiting for their crusts. Got my Snoopy Doobie, my little Sooty. Here we go, guys. Nearly there, hang on. All right, sit down, sit. Right, they're ready. Hang on, guys. Good boy, stay, stay. Yes, good boy. Right, guys got their apple pies. And I'm going to pop some custard on this one. Oh, and I'm going to have hot again tonight. Here we go. Tomorrow's my shop night. It's Friday night tomorrow, that's right. Oh, it's lovely. So it's going to be shopping night tomorrow. It's my younger sister's birthday tomorrow as well, so I've got to drop a card off first thing in the morning, which is, that's it. So yes, I'm not saying how old she is, but she's a couple of years younger than me, guys. And yes, so it's another one of her birthdays. I don't think she'll ever catch me up. Right, there we go. So that's tomorrow, that's the 23rd, isn't it? Yeah. Losing track of what day of the week it is. I've nearly been back to work a whole week. It doesn't seem possible. This time last week I was still on my holidays doing things like my fencing, and yeah, here we are a week later. It's back into the usual routines. Going to work, boys in the kennel all day, which isn't fair, but I can't do much about that at the moment. When I'm retired, it'll be a different story. Nearly there, guys. I'd better get a spoon, hadn't I? Let's take this up this end so you can see me get my spoon. Whoops. There you go. Just put this in the bin. Spoon. There we go, guys. And I might as well boil some water for the washing later as well, I suppose. There we go. Right, that's it. Oh, mine's spoon. Right, fella. And this one. A bit more water in my spoon, please. I know you're an old love. Right, stick that on. That should be done. Perfect. Right. That's it. Should we go and have a sit in the front room? I'll tell you my good news. Right, that's it. I'll put the radio back on for you guys. There you go. The boys will probably stay in here. They don't usually come in when I'm eating my apple pies. They've had their apple. They won't want any more. Right, let's bring this with me. There we go. Just want to turn the kitchen light off. Did that with my elbow. Leave this light on for the boys. Here we go. Right, here we go. Let me put the camera down, guys. Oh, I've got to reposition that in a second. Just let me pop the apple pies down. They're a bit hot. I've got a bit of paperwork in the way. There you go. That's better. Right, guys. Right, can I tell you my good news? It happened first thing this morning. I was chuffed as nuts. I had a silly smile on my face for the rest of the morning. I got a message come through from the passport office saying that my passport had been accepted and that they're sending the new passport out to me pronto. So yeah, I've got my passport coming. So I've got an April passport on the way. There goes that bra again. Look, I'm going to have to do something about that, aren't I, guys? So yes, I've got a passport coming. So I've got my driving licence and the passport should be coming. As soon as the passport arrives, I'm then going to start all the others. But I had to get my 2 photo ID ones done first. Hiya, fella, you come to see me then, have you? Go on, off you go. Go on, mind. Good boy. So, yes. So I think the next one will probably be my bank account because I need a passport for my bank account because they photocopy the passport and link that in with your bank account. So I need to get that changed. So I'll take my new passport down with me. And funny enough, I got a payment. I made a payment to the DVLA for my driving licence because it said I'd have to pay, it was something like £17. It wasn't a huge amount because I was changing the photo. So I haven't got a chequebook. If I'd got a chequebook, I'd have sent a cheque, but I haven't got a chequebook. So I had to go and get postal orders from the post office. And so I got my driving licence turned up and I had another letter turn up with it and they'd returned my £17. So, but the only problem there was they'd made it out payable to April. Of course, my bank account is still my old mail's name, so I can't pay it in at the moment. But I've got 6 months, but I'll do my bank account next. That'll be the next one I do. But I've got to wait for the passport to turn up first. So I don't know when it's going to turn up. I had a message from the post office saying that it was in transit, not a Ford transit, but in motion. So they have got it, so it should be winging its way to me, and I've done it as a recorded delivery, so I've got to sign for it. So I don't know if they're going to put it through the door. I don't think they will. I'll probably get a note through the door and I'll have to go up to the post office sorting office to collect it, but it doesn't matter as long as I get it. And hopefully I'll get my other documents back as well because they've got my driving licence as well. So yeah, things are looking so good. I was chuffed as nuts. There is I've got to do a shout out for somebody and I've left it upstairs. So while we're talking, let me take the camera upstairs and I'll get that bit of paper and then we can come back down again. And I'll tell you about that job that went wrong at work. Well, it didn't go wrong, it just didn't go right. Right, let me turn the lights on. There we go, right, upstairs we go. I've only just come down. I left the note on the side. Somebody asked me to do a shout out and I read it last night, so I wrote it down on my piece of paper in the bedroom and it's still up here, I think. There it is. Is that the one? No, that's Craig and William. No, I haven't found it yet, guys. Got to keep looking. I thought it was on this piece of paper, but it's not. We'll keep looking. I'll bring this piece of paper down with me anyway. I've got one on here for Craig and William Davidson, which was the washing machine one last night. I thought that was the other one as well, but it's not. So we'll see if we can find that. That one off and that one off. Here we go, guys. We're back again. Now I'm going to be panicking what I've done with this other note. There we go. Okay, we're back again. So it's not that one. Might be this one under my apple pies. Let's have a look. No. No, I'm in trouble now. I don't know what I've done with it, guys. Oh dear. Might be a shout out that never was. No. No, nothing there. Oh dear. Sorry, guys. I hope I'm not going to be as muddled as this when I get this live going. I hope I'm going to get my self all sorted out. Oh, no, it's not there. I don't know what I've done with it, guys. I wrote it down, but I don't know what I've done with it now. Oh no. Shall I start this one again? Oh, we'll forget about it. We'll forget about it. It's just one shout out. Right, let me tell you about the job that went wrong at work today. What happened about 8 weeks ago, I did a job at work and it was a car came in for service and the customer reported it was making a funny noise. And it was. And I traced the noise to the alternator. The bearings had gone in his alternator, which is like a dynamo. It charges the battery up. Makes the car won't run without the alternator. You can actually start a car on a battery, you can disconnect the battery and the car should carry on running on the alternator. The alternator runs everything. While the car's running, the alternator does the lot, okay? If you disconnect the alternator, the car will stop. So anyway, the alternator bearings had gone, so it's really, really noisy. So I tried to order one up, back order. Now back order means that they're not available. You have to wait for them to become available. So this has taken 8 weeks, it's taken 2 months to get this alternator. So I was given this job at dinner time. They said, after dinner, when you've finished your dinner, make a start on the alternator job. Fine. But it's not quite that straightforward, guys. You know roughly where the alternator is, but you can't see it. It's absolutely buried. And I mean buried. To get the alternator off the car, I had to put the car up on a ramp. I had to take the driver's side front wheel off. I had to take the wheel arch liner off so I could get to the front of the engine, so I could take the belt off, like the fan belt that drives all the pulleys. I had to take that off. Then I had to lower the car down again. I had to take the front bumper off. I had to take the headlight out. I had to de-gas the air conditioning system and take the air conditioning pipes off. I then had to remove the intercooler, which is like a radiator at the front of the front of the car. I had to take that out. Then you could see the alternator. They give you 2 hours to do this job, and it's not possible, guys. It is absolutely not possible. No way. So I got to the alternator, I took it out. You know where this is going, don't you? Anybody who's in the motor trade knows exactly where this is going. So I go into the parts department to collect the alternator, which, yes, they've got it. It's all waiting for me in the box. So I take it in the workshop, I cut the box open carefully. Now I always do this because you know if you're in the motor trade, a lot of the time the bits aren't right. I've been reassured by the partsman that there was only one alternator for these cars. It was a Bosch alternator. He said there's only one available, and that was the one that was on back order. So he ordered it, it came in 8 weeks later. So I got it out of the box, sat them side by side, looked perfect. I thought fantastic. So I then spin it around so I can look at the back of the alternator where the wires go, and the plugs are all totally different. There's more wires on the back. It's totally wrong. So I took pictures of it with my camera, and then I went through to see the storesman. I said, we've got a problem with on the alternator. I said, the wiring's totally wrong. So he says, that can't be. He said, it's the only one they list for it. So he goes back on the system and checks it all up. He said, yep. He looks at the box with the part number on it. He said, yeah, that's right. Then he checks the alternator. The alternator's been incorrectly boxed. The alternator's the wrong part number. The box is the right part number, but the alternator inside's wrong. So he's gone to reorder this, and yes, it's still on back order. It's going to take another 8 weeks to get it. That's another 2 months, guys. Oh, and if it comes wrong again, what am I going to do then? So I've got a dead car on my ramp now, and it's dead. I've got everything disconnected. Everything's hanging off it. I've got the front subframe hanging down as well because I had to do that to get the radiator out. It's in bits, and I've got to wait 2 months now before I can put the thing back together. So that was the disaster today, but everything else has gone really well. So I've got one car that's dead on my ramp. I've got plenty spare ramps, so that's either going to have to stay there or I'm going to have to box it up and push it outside. So yes, that didn't go particularly well. So yeah, other than that, it's been a really good day. And you know what tomorrow is? Last day of the week. It's a Friday. I've already made my sandwiches. The dogs are fed. I've had my dinner. I've got my apple pies now, so I'm going to sit and eat my apple pies. And yes, I'm going to dream about getting my passport back, guys. Right, I'm going to sign out for the moment. And while I'm signed out, because I'll probably do another one before I go to bed, so we do a washing up one with my marigolds on. I'll see if I can find that shout out. I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. All I've got to do is try and find it, guys. And I shall speak to you guys later. Okay, bye-bye for now.